Responsible journalism is about reporting the facts and respecting the rule of law. This post I'm going to share with you is an example. Alison Morris is a local journalist, and she is an example of how it is and what it is to be a professional journalist that reports with responsibility and respect for all those affected. Watch this video and let me know what you think. In fact, I'm going to take the comments off so that we don't proliferate any negative information on this post, but just look at this video for how to be a responsible journalist. Follow me for the critical thinking.
Hi, a court in Northern Ireland has dropped charges against two teenage Romanians, a 14 and 15-year-old, who were charged with attempted rape on a 14-year-old girl in June of this year. A previous court heard claims that the teenager said she had been dragged down an alleyway and assaulted by the boys. A third suspect in the case, Romanian boy, left Northern Ireland shortly after that and was in Romania, where police were seeking to issue an European arrest warrant against him. But now, in a sort of dramatic development, those charges have all been withdrawn. There was not a lot said in court today other than the fact that the prosecution service said significant new evidence had now come to light. I'm not even leaving the comments open on this because I don't want people speculating or putting in anything that could identify the complainant in this case. So regardless of what the new evidence is, the complainant is still a child and she has the right to lifelong anonymity. I know members of her family breached her anonymity by giving interviews, but only she can waive her anonymity and only she can do it when she's 18. So I will certainly not be facilitating any of that by allowing my comments to remain open. What I will say is that the race hate riots that followed this resulted in 100 people being arrested. 91 of those people are charged before the courts, some of which were remanded and spent significant periods of time in prison. There were also dozens of families, including families with very young children, who had been established members of that community displaced from their homes. There were firemen and police officers injured, all as a result of the hate that was whipped up around this alleged attack. Regardless of the circumstances, this will forever be held up as a test case as to the online reaction to these events, the repercussions of what can happen, and then we have developments like what happened today. And as I said, I'm not going to leave the comments open. I don't want people making unfounded allegations, because remember, regardless of anything, the complainant in this case, a young girl, and those Romanian boys involved are all children. They're all 14, 15 years of age. And I think that in any commentary or anything that follows, we should keep that in mind. Yeah, and I want to add that those interviews that were carried out by people who said they were related to the young girl in this case were carried out by citizen journalists, because if you are a member of the media, such as me, you know, I'm Alison Morris and I'm a crime reporter, we would be aware that we are not allowed to identify victims in rape cases. We're not allowed to identify children who are involved in the criminal justice system at all, and not even a parent can waive a child's right to anonymity. Only the victim themselves can do that, and if they're a child, they can only do it when they're turning 18.